Okay, y'all, let's get real. You probably have been in a cloud. Neptune went into Pisces, especially if you have a lot of water signs in your placements. I don't care who you are. You could have been in emotional fog. Like, what am I doing with my life? What do I want with my life? Dreaming of something that you want to do. Now the moon entered Capricorn. Now it's how do you nurture this dream? How do you ground this dream? The moon in Capricorn is saying, let's get structured. I want to give you a story about me from being an artist and a creative and dissolving my business. I'm going from artist, creative to healer, guide, spiritual CEO, entrepreneur, mentor, coach. How am I doing this? I don't know. But I have a Sagittarius Neptune in the 10th house. So I am the mystic. I am the person that will change mediums, and I'm very philosophical and I have an expansive mind. But from that vision, I need structure now. When the moon is in Capricorn, it says time to build your gift into a business, time to anchor and restructure. The moon in Capricorn is asking, are you ready to turn your intuitive gifts into a visible offering? Do you feel ready to be visible? And then it's like asking the questions, how do you set this up? Where do you start? Is it at home? What do you need? What microphone do you need? What setup do you need? The moon is also squaring Saturn. And so your creativity is not just inspired anymore. It needs structure now. It needs discipline. It needs a container. Early in their week, Neptune went into Pisces, and it was also transiting the moon. So it was all around like the dream, like what dream do you have? But it was reminding you that your vision now needs to feel soulfully aligned. It's like your soulful calling is now coming to light. Like it's just like this vision and dream is asking you to leave a certain life or structure, job behind. Things could have just literally ended depending on your rising sign or depending on your astrology chart. Things in your life have been changing. Okay? Your visibility, who you are, your public image, how you are seen in the public, fame, all of that is switching up. I am here to guide you into the next steps, 2 to 3 steps. This is it. This is a very short video on how to define what you're doing, what you're selling, what your product is, what your offer is. 2 to 3 steps. Choosing a platform, creating a schedule. I literally was writing down a schedule last night and I never do that. I was like, Monday, I'm doing this. Tuesday, I'm doing that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I felt better doing that because, again, I have a 10th house Sagittarius Neptune. I can get a little foggy. And with that Sagittarius, I can change my mind a lot. Both are ruled by Jupiter. Very visionary mystic energy here. I need structure. How am I going to ground my spiritual business as an intuitive entrepreneur into doing both? I need creativity. I have a Cancer moon in the 5th house. I need that structure, but I also have a lot of psychic placements, and I want to help and I want to guide and I want to be of service. Choose your platform. Create a schedule. Is it going to be YouTube? Is it going to be TikTok? Create one piece of content this week, one product, something that reflects your authority. Even if you don't have the product yet. Like I gave a message to somebody in the comments. They're like, I have all these ideas. I need to narrow down to one. No, share your evolution. Share the process of you getting to the niche, of you getting to the product or what you're wanting to sell. People want to hear your story behind what you're creating. And if you keep hiding, how are your people going to find you? How is your tribe going to find you? That's why I said a lot of us want to become visible or want to be comfortable becoming visible. Or what if we don't have a platform yet or we're building that? You got to find your people, and your people find you through you being more authentic. And you have to be okay with people not wanting to see what you're doing. Let that go. But this moon right now, being in Capricorn, is saying it's time. If you're working from home, Capricorn energy is like, all right, how are we setting up this background? Let's make this house this house or this area or this section into a CEO vibe. Backdrops, cameras, setup. If you don't know, learn, get on YouTube. And this is not fast overnight. Capricorn energy is slow moving, it's methodical, it's hardworking, it doesn't stop. It gets structure and it's not afraid of hard work. It's not afraid to build it. And I also want you to set one small step that moves you from being visible to an internal export, meaning like take a class, take a course. If you don't know how to do that, book a reading with me. Let me look at your astrology chart. Let me look at your North Node. Let me look at your 10th house. Let me look at your 6th house. Let me look at your 2nd house. Let me look at the next 3 months of how to make this happen, how to make this very much real. Let me give you an example. It's all catered to what your purpose and what your calling is. I just gave a reading to someone and they want to travel in their RV. And I'm saying share your story or your RV story, share your life, share the process of you leaving something behind and you are following your soul's calling. I just saw another person today who was a police officer and was a teacher for children. She left that life 4 years ago and now she's written 2 books and she is a therapist and she is all over social media. And when I tell you, she said today and my mouth dropped, that she got in the van and set out on a journey to find herself. And she was in nature. And now her life is different. And I'm getting emotional saying this because I feel like I'm at that crossroads with my life where I just want to give everything up to find myself. But I'm a mom. So I have to ground what I'm doing and get serious about where I'm going. And I know that I have the skills and the intuitive knowledge to help other people. So this moon in Capricorn energy is literally calling you and knocking at you to have more structure and more discipline now and finding the container to do this. Tomorrow's energy, Monday's energy is also going to say, make a plan for the future. The next 3 days, you're going to be feeling this energy because it's going to be in Capricorn. Focusing on what you don't want rather than focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want. And that will supercharge your manifesting power. It makes so much sense. We can focus on the negative so much, or we can get caught in the trap of our circumstances. Neptune is effing with us, especially our water sign energies. I am a double Pisces. I'm a Cancer moon. Okay. And even my Neptune being in the 10th house, it's like my identity, my soul's calling is now like the fog is starting to clear. And I realize all of these things that have been happening with me the last 10 years are now making sense. I would have never thought I'd be on YouTube. I would have never thought that I would be reading tarot. And I started my tarot channel last year. And I would have never thought that I would be healing and helping people. I've always been the counselor of the friends, but now our water sign energy or people with strong Neptune placements or people who want to be in service or people who are healers are now needing to ground that vision, or artists ground that vision. You're still receiving. I feel like people who are artists or who are creatives in any kind of creativity, it's a connection to the spirit realm and you are sharing your offerings to everyone else to inspire people. Tuesday, October 28th. The energy is a little bit of topsy-turvy, okay? But we're going to be getting a little bit of a break because Capricorn moon Monday is like you're working. Tuesday, you're going to feel like you're still working, but you're going to have the energy to do this, like going the long haul, especially with this moon Saturn square transit. It's challenging you to get serious and structured. Remember, Saturn is also in Pisces, so you're going to be healing a lot of patterns around business, structure, things that need to go, things that you need to consolidate in your home life or your business life or career. Focus your time and attention on someone or something that you know is worth it. Like really prioritizing who you're giving your energy to now because they can derail your focus. You might be cutting some people off. Don't waste your energy on things that do not inspire you. We just had that new moon in Libra, okay? That was a very gnarly moon, new moon coming off the heels of that full moon in Aries. Now it's like we're coming up for air of like this can actually happen. Today we're in a waxing cycle. So when you have a waxing cycle, it's saying it's time for you to chase your dreams. If you made a new moon wish, are you doing what it takes to make that dream come true? So it's like coming back around of like making sure that you're staying the course. So the next 3 days are going to be very important of restructuring and making sure you're not like leaking your energy. Don't get overwhelmed by problems from Saturn. Don't get overwhelmed by all of these things because it's like Saturn is going to be going direct in November. So you're going to get a break. You're going to get an aha moment. You're going to get luck. You're going to get this breathing room. But Saturn in Pisces, it's like tying up the loose ends that need to be dissolved so that way you can structure your dream. And like I said, if you keep hiding, your people will not find you. Somebody wants to connect with you. Somebody wants to see your vision. And I'm going to share my story more about my transition from an artist, creative, into a guide, which I'm still figuring out. And I'm like realizing that I need to like be my own supporter. I'm taking classes. I'm going back to school. I'm really grounding myself. I'm trying to build my website and I'm having moments where I feel frustrated, Neptune in Pisces, and all I have to do is just research or download a software program or go on YouTube or ask for help or guidance, quick guidance on how to execute something or having someone else help me with my website. These are simple things now instead of me getting overwhelmed of like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. The tools are there. I hope this message resonates. Please book a reading with me if you want more of your blueprint and your purpose and the how-tos. Namaste.